Crossing the milestone of 60 brings with it wisdom, experience, and a deeper understanding of how important health truly is. At this stage of life, the body responds differently to food choices, and what once seemed harmless can now become a hidden threat. Among the most deceptive foods are certain types of fish. For decades, fish has been celebrated as one of the healthiest sources of protein, praised for its omega-3 fatty acids and heart protective properties. Yet beneath the surface lies a reality that is rarely spoken about. Not all fish are created equal, and some can do far more harm than good, especially for older adults whose systems process toxins more slowly and whose bodies require extra care. The shocking truth is that a single wrong choice in fish can introduce dangerous levels of mercury, industrial chemicals, and unhealthy fats into the body. Over time, these substances accumulate, attacking memory, weakening the heart, straining the liver, and accelerating the very aging process that so many try to resist. But here lies the most important revelation. Just as some fish are silent enemies, others act as powerful allies. The right ones can strengthen the heart, sharpen the brain, protect the bones, and renew vitality even in later years. The difference between struggle and strength, decline and vitality, lies in understanding which fish to avoid and which to embrace. The journey toward healthier, longer, and stronger living after 60 begins with this crucial knowledge. Fish has long been considered a symbol of health and vitality, often recommended as a lean source of protein and a natural way to protect the heart. Yet hidden beneath this glowing reputation are silent dangers that many overlook. In today's world, oceans, rivers, and lakes are no longer as pure as they once were. Industrial waste, agricultural runoff, and plastic pollution have seeped into the waters, contaminating many species of fish. As these fish grow, they absorb toxins and heavy metals like mercury, arsenic, and lead, turning what appears to be a nutritious meal into a source of invisible harm. For individuals over 60, these hidden dangers become even more critical. The aging body processes toxins at a slower pace, making it harder to eliminate harmful substances. What enters the body today may linger for years, quietly affecting health. Mercury and other pollutants are particularly dangerous for the brain, contributing to memory loss, confusion, and reduced concentration. At the same time, they stress the cardiovascular system, leading to higher risks of irregular heartbeat, high blood pressure, and even heart failure. The immune system also weakens under this toxic burden, leaving the body more vulnerable to illness and slower recovery. What makes this situation even more deceptive is the fact that the harmful effects are not immediate. A person may eat contaminated fish for months or even years without obvious symptoms, only to later face the consequences in the form of chronic disease. This is why it becomes absolutely essential to know which fish are unsafe and to take deliberate steps to avoid them. Among the most dangerous choices for anyone over 60 is king mackerel. At first glance, this fish may seem appealing because of its firm texture and rich flavor, but beneath that surface lies a serious health hazard. King mackerel is a large predatory fish, and like many predators at the top of the food chain, it accumulates extremely high levels of mercury in its flesh. This process, called bioaccumulation, means that with every smaller fish it consumes, mercury builds up in its body, eventually reaching concentrations that can be toxic for humans. For older adults, the risks are especially severe. Mercury is a powerful neurotoxin that targets the brain and nervous system. Even moderate exposure can contribute to memory problems, confusion, slower reflexes, and difficulty concentrating, issues that many already struggle with as age advances. Long-term consumption can accelerate cognitive decline and may even increase the risk of conditions like dementia. Beyond the brain, mercury also puts a heavy burden on the cardiovascular system, raising the chances of irregular heart rhythms and weakening overall heart health. The danger of king mackerel is not always immediately obvious, which makes it even more deceptive. A person may enjoy it occasionally without noticing any short-term effects, but over time, mercury levels build silently in the body. This slow and hidden damage is what makes it so risky for seniors who need to protect their cognitive sharpness and heart strength. Eliminating king mackerel from the diet is not just a precaution, it is a necessary step towards safer eating and healthier aging. Another fish that poses a hidden but very real danger is tilefish. On the surface, it might appear to be a harmless option, often sold in markets or served in restaurants as a firm, mild-tasting seafood. Yet the reality is far more alarming. Tilefish is one of the most contaminated fish in the ocean, with extremely high levels of mercury and other toxic compounds. Because of its feeding habits and the waters it often inhabits, tilefish absorbs pollutants at levels that can be devastating to human health, especially for those over 60. Mercury exposure from tilefish strikes the body in silent but destructive ways. It targets the nervous system, making concentration, memory, and balance more difficult with time. For seniors, this means a heightened risk of confusion, brain fog, and falls, issues that can deeply affect quality of life. But the damage doesn't stop there. The kidneys and liver, which already work harder as the body ages, are forced to strain even more to process and eliminate these toxins. This extra burden can gradually weaken their function, leaving the body less capable of filtering waste and defending itself from illness. Tilefish also adds to cardiovascular risks, silently raising blood pressure and damaging arteries. Since heart health is one of the most vital concerns after 60, consuming a fish so heavily contaminated is like inviting trouble to the table. While it may look appealing, the dangers beneath the surface make it one of the worst seafood choices for older adults. The healthiest decision is to avoid tilefish completely and protect the body from its toxic load. Shark may sound exotic and powerful, often presented as a unique seafood choice in some restaurants, but behind its reputation lies one of the most dangerous options anyone, especially those over 60, could consume. As an apex predator, the shark spends years feeding on smaller fish, steadily accumulating heavy metals and toxins in its body. This process results in some of the highest mercury levels found in any seafood. What ends up on the plate is not a healthy protein, but a concentrated source of harmful substances that can slowly damage the body. For seniors, eating shark is particularly risky. Mercury, the primary concern, is a potent toxin that directly harms the brain. Over time, it can impair memory, reduce alertness, and contribute to mood imbalances. For someone already facing age-related changes in cognition, this added strain can accelerate decline and increase vulnerability to disorders like dementia. The cardiovascular system also suffers as mercury interferes with healthy heart rhythms and circulation. This silent assault raises the chances of heart disease, stroke, and high blood pressure, all conditions that become more serious with age. Beyond mercury, shark meat is known to contain other pollutants absorbed from the oceans. These compounds stress the liver, kidneys, and immune system, weakening the body's natural defenses. The result is a food that offers little benefit but carries enormous risk. Choosing shark on the menu may feel adventurous, but for those over 60, it is an unnecessary gamble. The wisest step is to keep shark off the plate entirely, safeguarding both brain and heart health for the years ahead. Salmon is often praised as one of the healthiest fish, and in its wild form, it truly is, but when it comes to farmed salmon, the story changes completely. At first glance, it may look the same, pink, fatty, and rich in flavor, but behind that appearance lies a very different product. Farmed salmon is raised in crowded conditions where disease spreads quickly, and to control these problems, producers often use antibiotics and chemical treatments. The fish are fed unnatural diets of processed grains, soy, and even synthetic coloring to give them that appealing pink hue. As a result, their flesh develops a very different nutritional profile compared to wild salmon. Instead of being packed with beneficial omega-3s, farmed salmon contains higher amounts of unhealthy omega-6 fats, which promote inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation is one of the key drivers of aging, linked to arthritis, heart disease, and memory decline. For those over 60 whose bodies are already more vulnerable to inflammation, this creates a dangerous imbalance. Farmed salmon is also known to carry higher levels of pollutants such as PCBs, polychlorinated biphenyls, which accumulate in fatty tissue. These toxic compounds have been linked to cancer, immune suppression, and hormonal disruption. When eaten regularly, they quietly burden the body, making it harder to stay strong and resilient. What makes farmed salmon especially deceptive is its image as a healthy choice. But the truth is clear. For seniors who value their brain, heart, and immune system, farmed salmon is one of the worst fish to put on the table. Avoiding it is a crucial step toward real health. Understanding which fish to avoid is only half the battle. True health after 60 doesn't just come from removing harmful foods, it comes from deliberately choosing those that nourish, protect, and strengthen the body. While certain fish can quietly weaken the heart, dull the mind, and fill the body with toxins, others do the exact opposite. They provide clean protein, healthy fats, essential vitamins, and minerals that support vitality at every stage of aging. This is where the power of choice becomes so important. The right fish can reduce inflammation, a silent force behind most age-related diseases. They can improve blood circulation, support strong bones, and fuel the brain with the nutrients it needs to stay sharp. For those in their 60s and beyond, these benefits are not luxuries, they are necessities. Choosing wisely means maintaining independence, energy, and clarity of thought for years to come. It is easy to feel discouraged after hearing about the dangers of certain fish, but the encouraging truth is that nature also provides safe and incredibly beneficial options. These varieties are low in toxins, high in omega-3 fatty acids, and rich in the building blocks of healthy aging. By making them a regular part of meals, it is possible to reverse some of the damage caused by harmful foods and set the stage for a longer, more vibrant life. Now, let's turn the focus toward the fish that truly deserve a place on the plate, the 4 best choices that can protect health and unlock strength even after 60. Among the most powerful allies for health after 60 is wild-caught salmon. Unlike its farmed counterpart, wild salmon thrives in its natural environment, feeding on smaller fish and marine organisms that enrich its flesh with vital nutrients. This natural diet results in one of the cleanest, most nutrient-dense sources of protein and omega-3 fatty acids available. For older adults, these omega-3s are nothing short of essential. They reduce inflammation throughout the body, helping to ease stiff joints, lower the risk of arthritis flare-ups, and protect against the silent damage that leads to heart disease. The benefits go far beyond the heart. Omega-3 fatty acids found in wild salmon also act as powerful protectors of the brain. They support healthy communication between brain cells, sharpen memory, and may even slow age-related cognitive decline. For anyone over 60 who may already notice lapses in focus or recall, this is a priceless advantage. Wild salmon is also rich in vitamin D, a nutrient many seniors lack. Adequate vitamin D strengthens bones, reduces the risk of osteoporosis, and supports the immune system in fighting off illness. In addition, wild salmon provides high-quality protein that helps maintain muscle mass, a key factor in staying strong, mobile, and independent with age. Every serving of wild-caught salmon delivers nourishment that directly supports longevity and quality of life. Unlike farm salmon, it does not carry the same toxic burden, making it a safe and powerful choice. Adding this fish regularly to meals is like giving the body natural armor against aging itself. Alongside wild-caught salmon, 3 other varieties of fish stand out as exceptional choices for anyone over 60: sardines, rainbow trout, and herring. Each of these provides unique benefits that directly support healthy aging. Sardines may be small in size, but they are nutritional powerhouses. Because they are low on the food chain, they contain minimal mercury and toxins, making them one of the safest options. Packed with calcium, vitamin D, and omega-3 fatty acids, sardines strengthen bones, protect against osteoporosis, and provide essential nourishment for the heart and brain. Their small size makes them easy to eat regularly, giving the body a steady supply of clean, protective nutrients. Rainbow trout is another excellent choice. Raised responsibly in clean waters, this fish is low in contaminants yet high in protein and beneficial fats. For older adults, its rich protein content supports muscle maintenance, helping prevent the gradual loss of strength that often comes with aging. At the same time, its omega-3s protects circulation and reduce inflammation, creating a shield against heart disease and cognitive decline. Herring deserves recognition as well. Like sardines, it is rich in omega-3s but also provides vitamin B12, which is crucial for energy and brain function. Herring supports healthy cholesterol levels, improves circulation, and protects heart health, key concerns after 60. Together, sardines, rainbow trout, and herring form a trio of nutrient-rich, low-toxin fish that can fuel vitality, strengthen the body, and protect the mind. Adding them into meals is a simple yet powerful way to support longevity and resilience. Reaching 60 and beyond is not the end of strength, vitality, or energy. It can be the beginning of a healthier, sharper, and more fulfilling stage of life. But the key lies in conscious choices, especially at the table. Every meal has the power to heal or to harm, to restore or to weaken. The fish placed on a plate may seem like a small detail, yet it can determine whether the body moves toward strength or slips silently into decline. By avoiding the four worst offenders, king, mackerel, tilefish, shark, and farm salmon, the risks of mercury overload, toxins, and hidden inflammation are dramatically reduced. Eliminating these dangerous choices is like removing obstacles that quietly chip away at health. At the same time, embracing the four best wild-caught salmon, sardines, rainbow trout, and herring introduces foods that actively fight disease, strengthen the heart, protect memory, and keep bones resilient. This balance of avoidance and inclusion is what creates lasting vitality. It is not about strict diets or deprivation, but about wisdom, choosing the foods that work with the body instead of against it. After 60, every bite matters more than ever, and the difference between frailty and strength, forgetfulness and clarity can come down to these simple choices. The path to longevity is not found in quick fixes or empty promises. It begins with knowledge, empowered decisions, and the courage to act on them. Start today by removing the worst and embracing the best. Let food be the ally that protects health, extends life, and unlocks the energy to enjoy every moment ahead.